All right, all right, all right. How everybody doing tonight? This is your main man, Sid Money, coming out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of my Super Bowl Eagles. And guess what? Next week, they won't be the champs anymore because somebody gonna take their place. But this is the last week I could call them the Super Bowl Eagles of 2025. But anyway, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our three and free movement financial freedom call. Okay. We are so excited to be able to share this movement with everybody. It just started about, I think this is the beginning of our third week. I think we had 2 weeks so far of presentations. And so Sunday night tonight is the beginning of our third week. I want you to really listen closely because these presentations is only about between 20 and 25 minutes. But think about it, it's packed with power. Okay. We literally created our own movement and we want this thing to go global. Even though right now we're in the cellar, but soon we'll be on the first floor and hopefully before the year is over, we'll be able to buy the whole house. But let us start, guys. First of all, why did we start this movement? Okay, there's three main reasons why we started this movement. First is because of the economy. Okay, there's a lot of tough economic situations going on today. Okay, if you just look at, your family, your friends, your neighborhood, you just look at the news, it's a fact that the economy today, the economic situation today, worldwide, globally, is really tough for a lot of people to deal with. And a lot of people have a lot of stress and anxiety because of the economy. So that's really the main reason why we started this movement is because of the economy. Okay. And so three main reasons is one is people are really having a hard time out there, guys. I can sit here for the next 30 minutes and tell you the horror stories of what's going on with a lot of people. A lot of people losing jobs. AI is taking over a lot of things. People's getting laid off. They say next week the government get ready to shut down. People is robbing and stealing just to get money. It is so much things people are doing today just to get money. And so a lot of people going through, they're going through a hard time and they need a solution. And I believe with this movement, we could be a part of that solution. The second thing is, guys, is we have with this movement what people really need. Okay. A lot of people, they joining all types of businesses. They joining Ubers and DoorDash, and they going to Google. They putting in there, how do I make money from home? But we really have the solution for a lot of people, and so we want to share that solution. And the third reason why we started this movement is because we have a chance to create our own economy. Today a lot of people is dependent on, some on, welfare checks, some on job checks, some on retirement checks, some on disability checks, some getting people, some people getting pensions and stuff like that. A lot of people are dependent on a lot of outside sources, to give them, money for them to survive month to month. But I think it's time for us, we got the know-how, we have the ability and the skill to start our own economy. So only thing we have to do, guys, is come together and just, pick a platform that could just bless all of us and just be consistent about that platform and really push that platform, especially if we find out that it's honest, it's truthful, it's going to be long lasting, and just share it just share it with people and allow them to come in and everybody can increase together. I always say about the word team, TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. So that's the reasons why we started the movement. Okay. I know, you guys is noticing all these numbers on the board. I'm gonna talk about 10 minutes and then we're gonna go to this board and we're gonna really explain these numbers because these numbers really is your residual asset. We're going to show you just by joining our movement, you can create your own economy, but you need to do it by creating a residual asset. Okay, now let's get into some detail. So who is the movement for? Okay. And my answer is it's for everybody. Mother, father, sister, brother, aunts, aunts, uncle. Don't disqualify anybody because you never know a person's financial situation. Okay. It's for anybody that want or need extra income. So that shows you, that goes to show right there, we have a huge market of literally millions and really billions of people because this movement is global. People from different countries they actually join this movement. Another thing, it's for just the average person. You don't never have to been in business. You don't have to be a network marketer. You don't have to know about the AI stuff, Bitcoin stuff, none of that. You just can be the average person. The only thing we need for you is just have a desire, to help yourself and help others, at the same time. Who is for? It's for people that wake up every morning, guys. And I used to be like this, wake up every morning, 4, 5, 6 in the morning to go to a job that, statistics say 70% of them don't even like going to, but they got to go to those jobs because, they have to pay bills. They have to sustain their lifestyle. And those same people, they don't get home to 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. This is what this movement is for. Those people that's tired of being tired and sick of being sick. Every time they want to do something, a lot of times finances hold them back from doing what they really want to do. Okay. So we want people, through the system to experience financial freedom that will also give them time freedom. Okay. Next thing, I want you to know you're in the right place at the right time. To me, in my mind, this is another Bitcoin moment. You remember back in 2011, like you probably was told about Bitcoin. And me, I just kind of brushed it off. I said, man, come on, man. That's probably a scam. How somebody just going to come up with a currency and think it's going to grow over the years? But guess what? It actually did, you know. And at the time I was introduced to Bitcoin, it was like 10 cents. I could have put $10 in Bitcoin, guys, back in 2011, 15 years ago, and I could have had 100 Bitcoins for just $10. And right now, I think Bitcoin about 90,000 per coin. Right now, and I could have $9 million if I would have recognized I was in the right place at the right time, but I wasn't aware of it, so I missed it. That's probably why I'm doing these calls tonight because I missed that Bitcoin opportunity. But what I'm saying is, don't miss this opportunity. Okay, this could be another Bitcoin opportunity for you. And one thing I like about this opportunity, we don't have to wait 15 years for something to get to $100,000. When I explain to you, our concept with, with this movement, you can literally make $100,000 in 1 year in this opportunity. So it might be a little better than Bitcoin. At least you'll have more control of your income. Now, we really want to move this movement quickly. So what we're doing, we're having 3 calls a week. Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. Okay. Our Sunday night calls at 7:30 every Sunday night, but our Tuesday and Thursday calls will be at 8 o'clock, and all the calls are Eastern Standard Time. But we want to really push this thing, okay, because we actually, our group, we actually have a system that, actually, as this take off, we got other financial platforms that we're going to feed people right into. But what we want to do, we want to start with this here because it's easy, it's simple, and it's low cost, but you can literally make unlimited income. So, once we really get this down, pat, about 3 or 4 months, the rest of our system that we have for people, they just can flow right into it. They won't even need a presentation because, we just want to go from one system to the next, to the next, to the next. So we got a lot of good things coming, guys. So, people are excited about that. But anyway, money loves speed. So we want to really, we want to really accelerate this thing because we want to collapse time frames. Where it took people maybe 5 to 10 years, to make $10,000, $20,000 a month. We want to do it in like 4 to 8 months. And it's possible, and as I explain what's going on, you will see that possibility. Give me about 5 more minutes and we're going to get right to the chart and we're going to actually be done. I'm just trying to give you the vision, just trying to educate you about what's really going on with this movement. Okay. Now, the question you might be asking yourself, okay, Mr. Sid Money, you talking some good stuff. And what you're saying really is facts because some of the things you said, I've been experiencing that in my life and a lot of my family. So what's the solution? And matter of fact, how much is this solution? Well, guys, I got some good news for you. You could literally join this movement, guys, for 28 bucks. Yes, $28. Okay. You can literally join it for $28. Under $30, you could join a movement that potentially could create for you unlimited income. And I'm gonna talk about that real soon, but only $28 to join. So what we're doing, guys, we are using a company that we are in, we're using a financial platform, okay? The company is called AI Viral Download. All right. Some of you might have heard of it, and some of you might have never heard of it. But they a fantastic company. They been in existence, I think, a little over 2 months, and they're doing some great things already. But what we're doing is we are reversing it. We are putting a cart in front of the horse. Okay, they got some awesome AI products. Basically, they will help you or anybody that want to promote anything, with the AI products, they will help you to promote that. And the AI products, her name is Emily. You could talk to her, you could ask her questions. She will lead you and guide you and direct you, and she will help you build a business, either this movement or any other business that you want. But what we're going to do, we're going to kind of focus on the financial structure. Okay, because we realize that there are millions of companies out here, and there are millions of products and services. And some people like that product, and some people like another product. Some people don't like that one, but they do like this one. And it's the people's choice. But one thing everybody want and need is income, guys, currency, more money. So that's really going to be our focus. We really want to deal with people that really want to increase their income. So that's why we're starting this movement. And why are we using their financial structure? Because it will create for us and you, if you're listening to this video, this is really who this really for, you that are listening to this video. Thank the person that sent you this video, and really pay attention to everything that we're saying in the next 15 minutes because your life is getting ready to change. But we are using this financial structure so we can create for ourselves a residual asset. Okay, that's what the whole thing's all about. We want a residual asset. Okay, like I said, the products and the services is really good, but we really are concentrating on this residual asset. And as you can see on the screen, you see a lot of numbers, but most of those numbers is residual income. And if you look at the bottom of the screen where it says total, you'll see where it says $26,000. I'm going to show you in the next 10 minutes how we, within months, maybe within 8 to 10 months, could literally have you making $26,000 a month from a company that only costs you $28 to join. Two more things, and we're going to go to the board. Now, I want you to look at this $28, guys, kind of like as a prescription, kind of like a membership, okay? It's going to be a monthly membership, right? But look at it kind of like Netflix or your gym membership or your cell phone bill, anything that you pay repetitively, look at it like that. Some people, they got an Amazon membership and this and that. Look at it like that. But the difference between this membership is we pay residual income every month to all those companies because, we want our lifestyle to stay in a certain, stay on a certain level. So we pay these residual bills. But with this membership, guess what? We're going to reverse it. We're going to have that residual income paying us. Even though we're paying our $28 a month, this membership is going to start paying us $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. Okay. And we're going to show you exactly how we do that. Now, the last thing, then we're going straight to the board. Last thing is that one of the best things I like about this opportunity is we want it to be family orientated. Okay. We want it to be a family affair. See, a lot of people are not business people. A lot of people don't have a big following. A lot of people, they're not on the internet, on Facebook, and all the social medias, promoting businesses. Some of us, some of you that are listening to me right now, you probably never even did a business in your life, but you still would like to increase your income. So we want to share this membership with people we know, like, and trust, like family and friends, like your neighbors, people on the job, the mailman, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Wouldn't it be the best of both worlds if you could actually be in a business, right, where you could work with people that you previously know already? Like, say, your first three people you bring into business, one could be your best friend from high school, one could be your cousin, and one could be your brother. You already know them already. You don't have to really sell them. Only thing you have to do is invite them to one of our presentations or give them one of these videos that you're listening to right now and let them know, hey, bro, let's build our own economy together. So I don't want people to stress out and think they can't do this because they got to go on the internet and try to find people or they got to try to recruit. You really don't have to do all of that because we got systems together and we got different things that show you exactly how to bring people to these calls and to invite people to see one of these recordings. Now, let's go to the chart. Give me about 7-8 minutes, and we're actually going to be done. Now, this how it works, guys. When you pay your $28 to get into this opportunity, the company requires you to really bring in three people, right? This is why it's called the 3 and free movement. Let me describe some of the levels so you kind of understand how this goes. The company is going to put you in what they call a matrix, okay? And as you can see up here, we say matrix pay. This is monthly residual income that's going to come to you every month. All right. So when you come into the company, you're gonna be inside of this matrix, but you're gonna be on top of your matrix. And with this matrix, structure here, look at that. Let me turn it off. Okay, with this matrix structure here, guys, it has 8 levels. Okay, but on each level is in denominations of 3. Okay, look at the second column where it say members. As you can see, it say 3, 9, 27. Basically, it's going 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, 27 times 3 is 81, and it keep going, multiplying by 3 till you get all the way down to over 6,000 people. Now, you might say to yourselves, man, I can't bring in those 6,000 people. Guess what? You're not required to. Only thing the company really requires you to do is find 3 people that you know, like, and trust that want the same thing that you want. They want to increase their income so they could create a residual asset so they could really do the things and have the time to do the things that they want to do in life. Okay, so it's called a 3x8 matrix. That's the structure that all of us will be in. So on this level here, it gives you the amount of residual income that you will make on each level. So as you can see, number 1 is the levels. Number 2 is the members on each level. Number 3 is the amount that you will make on each level. So on level 1, every position, you're going to make $10. So as you can see, once you bring your 3 people in, the company going to pay you $10 a piece for those 3 people. So every month, you're going to be making $30. Okay? Now, check out what just happened. When you bring in your first 3 people, hopefully it's family and friends, somebody that you know, every month your company gonna send you $30, but guess what? You're paying $28. So guess what? Now your membership is free, guys. This is why we call it 3 and free. Soon as you get 3 members into the opportunity, you never pay that $28 again out of your pocket. Now, actually, because they're paying you $30 a month, you actually $2 in profit. And as your 3 members do the same thing that you do, let's say the 3 members that you bring in, we're going to support them. and we're going to show them exactly how to bring in their 3 members. So on your second level, you'll have 9 members. And from level 2 to 7, the company will pay $2 on those levels. And on level 8, the company will pay $3. Now let's walk through this and we're going to pretty much be done. So when your 3 members bring in their 3, when you're second level, you'll have 9 people times $2. So you'll be making $18 a month. And look over here where it says total. So when your first and second level is filled up, you're making $48, guys, every month, even though you're only paying $28. So you in profit, you're making a little bit of money. I heard somewhere, don't despise small beginnings, but you're just getting started. But as your second level get day 3, now you got 27 people on your third level making $2 a month. That's an extra $54 coming in every month. And now you're up to $102 a month. But you're still only paying $28, guys. Okay? Let's just run it down. When they get day 3, now remember, everybody's only getting 3 people. We're not getting 10, 20, 30 people. And the thing about it, if you want to, you can. Now I'm going to show you the benefit of getting more than 3 people. Okay? We have what we call a fast start pay that pays you pretty well for getting 3 and even more than 3. But first, let's just deal with the residual income. And remember, all this money is residual. Every 30 days, this money is coming into your household. So on level 4, you got 81 people times $2, $162 coming in. Total, you got $264 coming in every month, and you only bought in 3. Now, these last couple levels here, guys, the money is going to really start getting a little significant. On your 5th level, you got over 243 people paying you $2 a piece. That's over $400 on that level. But altogether, now you're making $750 a month. Now, $750 a month, it probably can't pay all your bills, but it can help out on some of your bills. It can buy some groceries, some gas. It could probably pay a phone bill, probably a little bit of your car insurance. It could do some things. If somebody just gave you $750 every month, you would really appreciate that $750. But now let's get into the type of money where it can really start sustaining us. That's when you hit the 6th level, because these 200-something people on the 5th level, they're only getting 3 people. When they get day 3, you're going to have 729 on your 6th level times $2 is over $1,400. As you can see, $1,458. Now your total, and you only filled up 6 levels of the 8 levels, is over $2,200. Now, some people actually live under $2,200 every month. And a lot of people live over $2,200, So just imagine if $2,200 was coming to your household every single month, how different would things be? You might give up one of those part-time jobs. You might could put your kids in a better school. You might could actually move into a better neighborhood or even buy a better car. So a lot of things you could do when $2,200 is coming in every month. That's almost what? $26,000 a year, and you're still making the money from your job and other ways you make your money. But with the extra $2,200 coming in a month, then your residual asset is really growing. Now let's look at level 7. This is where, you might really get some time freedom in your life. So 729, going to get day 3. Everybody only getting 3, guys. You got over 2,000 people on your 7th level. $2 times $2. That's over $4,000 right there. $4,374. And now your grand total with just 7 levels filled is $6,582. And you're still only paying $28, guys. Now we're talking some serious income. 6,000 times 12, that's about $72,000 a year. Okay. There are millions of people in America, guys, that don't bring home $72,000 a year. Okay. This is when you might want to consider leaving your job, maybe 4 or 5 years before you have to retire. This is when you can really start, blessing a whole lot of people, in your families, that need some little extra financial help. This is when you can really do a lot of things you really wanted to do financially and won't have to worry about it because this $6,000 is coming in every month. Now let's do the last level, and we're gonna be pretty much finished up. When these 2,000 people here bring in a three, you're gonna have over 6,000 people on your eighth level, and you get a little raise on the eighth level where there are more people on the eighth level than any other level. So besides your first level, but there's only 3 spots on the first level. So you're getting $3 times 6,561. That's gonna come to $19,000 a month. And altogether, your total is going to be $26,000 a month, guys, when you completely fill your matrix. That is awesome. From a $28 entry fee. And the only thing you did was bring in 3 people. Okay? And this is why we started this movement, because guess what? We all can do this. Anybody can do this. You can literally do this with the people on your block. That show them this video. I took my time. I broke it down, step by step by step. There's even more I could tell you, but I don't want the video to be too long. Let me just tell you just one more thing, then we're going to close it out. And you can see this at the bottom. It said the matrix pays out $25 of the $28 membership. He said an awesome, I don't know if you can see this, a awesome 89%. You know what happens when you bring in your first 3? Not only are you starting out your residual asset with $30 a month, every time you bring in a person into this opportunity, when they give the company the $28, you're going to make $25 per person. So you're not only getting $30 a month, you actually, when you bring in your first 3, you're actually going to make $75 plus the $30. That's for bringing in 3 people. That's like $110. That's for bringing in 3 people. Guys, when people hear about this, they're going to be jumping on this because it's too easy and simple. Okay? And not just that, but let's say you are more aggressive like me and a lot of people on the call tonight, and you say, man, I can bring in 10 people in a month. If you bring in 10 people in your first 30 days, that's 10 times 25. That's $250 plus the $30. And if you're real aggressive, and some people have did this already, let's say you bring in 20 people. That's 20 times 25. That's $500, guys, plus the $30. And you'll have, when you bring in 20 people, you have your first level filled up. In your second level, people will be going into your third level. And all those people just need to get 3. And what I just illustrated will grow way faster than what I did. I just did it step by step. So, guys, I really believe within 8 months, let's just put a number, let's put a time limit on it. Let's just say everybody brought their 3 people in per month. So in 8 months, I think that'll be maybe September or October, many of us sitting right here listening to this video to be at $26,000 a month. Even if we only brought in 3 people and helped those 3 bring in their 3, to the next month, those people bring in their 3. Even if we did it the slow way, that's over $26,000 a month. And so, guys, really, that's it. It's probably a lot more I could tell you, but we want to keep this video short. So that's the whole thing, guys. I gave you the vision of why we started, who's it for, what it could do for you. Then I illustrated, the numbers. And these numbers don't lie. They right here. There is no smoke and mirrors. They right here in front of your face. Make sure you check out this video. Make sure you play it back. Before I close out, I just want to tell you that are watching this video, thank the person that gave you this video. Because, a lot of people made a lot of financial resolutions in January last month, and a lot of them wanted to increase their income. I really believe this is one of the top ways that you can do this year. Doggy, be quiet. My dog over there biting up socks and stuff. So please take this serious. Share this video with everybody that you can share with your family. Get your family together, and y'all just come in all under each other. It's only $28. You get 3 family members, let them get 3, and then take it to the other family members. and let's enjoy this, this residual asset. So that's it. I'm gonna close it out, guys. I went a little longer than I wanted to, but I think the information is really beneficial. And if I can make $26,000 a month, I don't mind the extra 5 minutes. So this has been Sid Money from Philadelphia. I hope you enjoyed what you heard and what you learned, and I hope you share it with any and everybody that you can, so we all could do the things we need to do while we're still here in the land of the living. I'm stopping the recording now. Thank you. Thank you.